Linda Barcz from the Barcz Company, taking your calls at 270-9933. I can't believe we're talking about this cool weather plants.
Well, this is a sedum, and it's blooming right now, and the bees and bees and wasps. Now remember, if you're spraying wasps, because they're out like crazy right now, don't kill bees. Bees are the good ones. But this is a Matrona sedum that's in beautiful bloom right now, and we've got this cute little lemon goldenrod down front here.
It's not the goldenrod that causes the allergies.
No, goldenrod blooms the same time as ragweed. Ragweed is the culprit.
Okay.
That's the culprit, yes.
It's a bad name.
Yes, it does.
All right, let's get to the calls. We'll start with Alvin in Fitchburg. Hi, Alvin.
Hey guys, thanks for taking my call.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of dead spots on my lawn from over-fertilizing. You know, when you turn the little fertilizer thing around and it plants a whole bunch there and it kind of dead. Will that grass come back in the spring, or should I just replant that?
Oh, all right. Yes, that's a good point. So, make sure you turn things off when you're turning around. That can burn the grass, and especially with this heat right now, you may have lost that. Depending upon if it happens again, pull all that extra off, or rake it around to other parts of the grass, and then water very, very thoroughly. Then you probably wouldn't kill it. But if it's browned up, it may not come back, and then you do some seeding. And after this heat, is going to be a wonderful time to seed.
All right, let's go to Reed in Boscobel. Hi, Reed.
Hi.
Hi. Which question?
Linda, I've got a question about a big begonia plant. We've got a big begonia plant in a hanging planter. We've got 3 or 4 different colors. Is there any way to save that over the winter so that it will come back next year?
Are there large flowers, Reed, or are they the smaller types?
They're big, huge,
flowers?
big as a softball almost.
Wow.
Yes, then that is the bulb that you will actually let the plant die back, and you save that bulb that's underground. And sometimes people just leave it in that soil, and then in spring when it's time to get it started again, break all of that off, and just start it with new soil. Or some people, when they bring it in the house and they cut the top part off, let that die back, and then take it out of the soil and store that. But that's a bulb that can be reused every year.
Okay, let's go to Scott in Whitewater. Hi, Scott.
Yeah, I got a couple of orchids, and they started growing little white fuzz on it. They look like little cocoons. I was wondering what to do with it.
Little cocoons. I know that orchids could get powdery mildew.
On the leaves or the stem, or?
Yeah.
Both.
Both. Okay. If it's fuzz, I still think it's powdery mildew, and I guess that what I would suggest is that since orchids are typically a little bit more valuable, you may want to buy a fungicide and treat that. Maybe this time of the year, bring the plant in and have it diagnosed right at the garden center.
Yeah. All right. Betty in Baraboo. Hi, Betty.
Hi.
Hi.
My question is, I have these lilies. They bloomed the first part of summer, maybe middle of summer, and they're bulbs that I put in. They're not daylilies. And they're big, beautiful yellow things, but now they're starting to die back, and I want to separate. It's a large clump, and I think I don't know when to do that.
As long as the foliage is dying back, you could separate them, dig them up, and separate them now. Let them air dry so that you don't have any rotting, and then you can replant them right away. But that would be a good time to split them up.
These are the Asiatic.
Yes, Asiatic.
All right, Bob in Blanchardville. Hi, Bob.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, which question?
Yes, I'll repeat it. My question has to do with our tomatoes. We had, they're all black and ruined. There's blight on it.
And this is actually on the fruit, Bob? Or just
Yes,
the leaves?
and some of them are even hollow.
Okay.
And we might be the mulch. I don't know. Can you tell me what it is?
Well, what I would suggest that you do is clean those plants out, get them out of your garden, do not put them in a compost heap, and then plant in a totally different part of your garden next year. We had a cool, wet start, depending on when you planted things. I mean, there's blossom end rot that would cause blackening. There's also other fungus, but dispose of all that. Make sure you don't leave any fruit on that soil, and then move your tomato plants to a totally different
And
part
plant
of the
something
garden.
else there.
Yes, put your lettuce or beans or something like that, a different kind of crop.
All right, we're out of time for now. If you're on the line, stay there. Linda will talk to you off the air. We'll see you next week, and we'll be right back.